Hello YouTube community, my name's the Jackhammer13, and we're back with some more If My Heart Had Wings. Told you guys I was not going to leave you there stranded. So, last time, we got to meet with Mabo and Ageha, both of our childhood friends. We were back in school, and Mabo didn't recognize us at first, but he gave us a big hug as soon as he did, and everything's going swimmingly now. Let's see what kind of mischief we can get into. What? So he cut off there. They didn't show that, but he sort of cut off midway through my voice, my name rather. Mabo suddenly backed off and thrust his finger at the end of my nose. What is this all of a sudden? I'm sorry, but it's not my fault that I had to move away. If you want to complain, say it to my dad. I thought about writing a letter, but I just felt kind of embarrassed. For the most part, the fact that there was no contact was both of our faults. That's just sudden switch, the bipolar nature of this. He was just like, "Who are you? Oh my god, I missed you. Wait a minute, no, you're a traitor." He's so great. Good old childhood friends. With saliva flying out of his mouth as he emphasized his words, Mabo forgot all about borrowing the English dictionary, and he stormed out of the classroom. It wasn't just us, but everyone in the classroom was shocked. I think that was the correct decision. I want to say arigato. Even so, he did seem really upset about it. I just love that trope. I never had that growing up, but I love the trope of two people who are the older ones or more mature ones and the other person following around behind. We never really had that around here for my friends' face. Yeah, that he does, and I like him too. Don't say it like that. It sounds weird. Oh, come on, Aoi, don't do that. It's fine. Just a little bit of a bromance. See, she understands. I didn't set the timer. Good lord. I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. Oh well. While we carried on talking, the bell to mark the end of lunchtime sounded. One of the cool things is that that bell is also in Persona, so every time I hear it, I think back to Persona. It's a shame because, obviously, it's just a thing that happens in Japan schools. It's just normalcy. But it's always related to Persona for me since I heard it in, I want to say it was the third episode or something. Might have even been the first couple. I don't remember. Persona's been a long time ago. I want to get back to that too. Everyone put away their lunchboxes and got ready for the next class, or next lesson. Ageha went back to her seat. She stopped halfway, then walked back. What's up? Ageha seemed concerned about those around us and lowered her voice. Well, the truth is, my mom asked me to be the dorm mother of a student dormitory. I lowered my voice so that those around us couldn't hear. Yeah, Kodori's boarding there. My mom asked me to take good care of Kodori. Even if she hadn't, I'd be worried about her anyway. As she listened to my explanation, Ageha thought it over. Her expression darkened somehow. It looked as if she was saying, I can't believe she doesn't enjoy school, which I used to be like that, but I can get where she's coming from. You seem to enjoy it, or you seem to enjoy it, or you seem to enjoy it. Don't really know where the emphasis should be. Probably more like on the you, so you seem to enjoy it.
私? もちろんだよ。だって楽しいじゃない、学校。
Fair enough. I guess. It's still my first day at a new school, but I was enjoying it quite a lot too. Mabo's sort of outburst definitely made things a bit interesting.
そっか。そうなんだ。
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Ageha being here also sort of warms my heart, so that might have a little bit to do with it. Whether or not she was convinced by my story, Ageha mumbled something or other as she returned to her seat. After school. I was alone and was wandering around the school building. This was so that I could take a look at some of the club activities. Film studies, theater club, there's even an RC club. This is, after all, a specialist school. Looking at the playing field from the window and the heat outside, I saw the sports clubs practicing. Another thing that you might not have recalled is that Aoi used to be a biker, and he got a very big injury, and so he's sort of like reticent to get back on the bike and do that kind of stuff. Compared to my school, it's pretty calm. Sports clubs at this school I used to go to were taken so seriously. The sight of training before a match was one of the grueling harshness. Let me repeat this. The sight of training before a match was one of grueling harshness. Wait, what do I mean my school? This is my school now. I'm a student of this school now. Yeah, see, my mindset was a couple steps behind slightly. More or less there, though. I'll go take a look. I went down next to the playing field to watch the sports clubs practicing. Before long, I started to feel a little down, so I left. One of the funny things about that, saying like, watch the sports clubs practicing, is just like, what sports? Are we talking soccer? Are we talking baseball? Are we talking both? Are we talking ultimate frisbee? There's no real sports, like, specified. It sounds hilarious to me that, like, you just say sports club, and that's supposed to, like, encompass all of these random sports, but not actually mention any of them. The doctor said that if it's light exercise, it shouldn't be a problem. I try stamping down strongly with my right foot, but there really isn't any discomfort. There, the baseball club, there we go, which was returning through the off-campus running course, entered through the school gates. The one calling me was an old acquaintance. It's you, Taguchi. Hey, a long time no see. No, not yet. I'm going around taking a look now. When I was a kid, I often played baseball in the park, as did I. Some of the guys in the group that were my teammates or on the other team were in the baseball team. I'll think about it. I casually responded, and the baseball team members replied, "Come on, join us, seriously," as I returned to the playing field. If I could do physical activities, baseball, in fact anything, would be okay. As I grumbled to myself, I felt that I didn't want to go back to the playing field, so I entered the path leading to the back of the school. I don't know if there's any sort of injury, except for maybe a shoulder injury, that could keep me away from baseball in a situation like this. If the people wanted me to play and they thought that I was good enough, I would do it. Because baseball is, I don't know, that's just maybe me, because baseball is such a fun sport in my eyes. Back when I was, like, actually playing regularly, I was a fairly decent outfielder. My arm is nowhere near as good as it used to be, and my batting eye has been a little bit worn down as time's gone on. But I think I could probably still play decently if given the chance. Maybe in more of a club setting, but anyway. I spent a while walking around the back of the school. It was called the rear garden, but it looked like it hadn't been taken care of at all. It was just an empty space with weeds growing everywhere. In that empty space, there was a garage. Hello? I'm coming in. It looks like no one's here, but I thought I should say something to let them know, just in case. Is this place used for club activities too? Or is it used for lessons? I don't know what they're used for, but there are many tools and parts crammed onto the shelves that cover the walls. Then, in the center is a huge object covered with a sheet. The feelings that had washed over me like a wave when I watched the sports club suddenly subside from being here. Or strangely subside, for that matter. The tools and the dimly lit garage must have reminded me of the times when I would tinker with my bicycle. What is this used for? I conceal the sound of my footsteps as I sneak inside the garage. It's pretty spacious. There's a tea set here too. There's no doubt about it. Somebody was definitely using this place. I get a strange sense of activity. Guess it must be one of the clubs. Whoa! There's someone here. A pretty girl, no less. I was so surprised, it felt like my heart was going to jump out. The person over there seemed not to have noticed me at all. I'm not sure if you could call it a drawing board, but as she stared at the plans that were placed there, she was kind of groaning. I'm sorry for letting myself in here. I'll be going now. It's no good. She didn't hear me. Her eyes were so serious as she stared at the plans, and she looked like she was really concentrating. I didn't know what to do, so I just looked at her from the side. Now that I look closely, she's really beautiful. This music is also one of my favorites in the game thus far. This variety of it, because there was the nighttime variety of it, so it was a little bit... I'm not entirely certain what it is, but you can tell that there is a motif around different sounds. So like the gliders have a sound similar to this one when they were going by. Like you've got the style of instrument, I guess, correlating with it. I really like that. It's nice. Hey, wait a minute. Why am I staring at her? All of that was going through my head as I was staring at her, which is, you know, interesting for Aoi to be doing, but I guess he can hear music too. I hurriedly look away. However, it looks as if she still hasn't even noticed me, so I take another glimpse. She looks quite mature. Is she in the 5th grade? I'm guessing the 5th grade here is like the 5th grade of high school, so like a senior level, possibly? I don't know. She's so pretty, though. Kodore's pretty too, but this person's different. Has an actual mysterious charm. Whoosh! She suddenly stood up. I'm sorry. Without thinking, I avert my eyes and apologize, but she is looking straight past me, and grabs a big, thick book from the shelf. She flicked through the pages, and looked like she had found something before going straight back to the seat. In good spirits, she began swiftly drawing the plans. The pen made a nice swoosh, swoosh sound as it ran across the page. The feeling of maturity that she had until just now suddenly changed. When she smiles, all of a sudden she looks more like a kid. As her eyes looked straight at the plans, they looked as though they had a crystal... Sorry, that typo really fucked with my pronunciation of words. It looked as though they had a crystal clear purity to them, as I think of what they meant to say. But the word really threw me off. Just like an innocent child, her eyes looked as though she believed that the world is full of wonderful, sparkling things. Her hands stopped moving. I got the timing right this time. Excuse me. She finally noticed me.
いえ、こんにちは。
Even though I hadn't unexpectedly appeared like that, she didn't show any signs of caution, and still in good spirits, smiled as she greeted me. Hi? I thought that I should say something to her, but I didn't think of what to say after that.
どうかしたのかい？
I'm sorry that I just let myself in here. I just transferred here today, but I was taking a look at the club activities and I got lost and came in here. I got a little carried away and said more than I probably needed to, but she just didn't seem interested at all. She looked at me as if to say, yeah, and?
勝手に入ってくれて構わないぞ。
Okay, cool. I just learned I can actually do... I can click to see the text scroll faster there. That's a really good thing to end the episode off on, me knowing now. So, cool. But yeah, she basically doesn't mind if she lets us lets ourselves in here. We'll find out who she is in the next episode. Thank you all for joining me. My name's the Jacob13, and I'm signing out. Catch you all next time.